Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison Architect plus Alpha 17 episode 7? I think it's 7. In this episode we will be finishing off this prison because previously we did all of this. Well, actually it was technically minus this little bit here, but we did all of this here. We got the shower put in, all the plumbing, we got all of this done over here, which is a holding cell, solitary, common, not common room, security, all of that sort of thing. And that jail door's on the wrong way around. Let me dismantle that and put it in the right place. But yes, we had a lot of construction done. We have 122 prisoners out of maximum of 126. I've just received another 8 of them, so I'm going to close my prisoner intake. As you can see, we've got 115 high-risk prisoners and 15 normal risk. I've almost phased them out entirely. As I said in this episode, we're just going to finish things off. I have 21 grand. And receiving 13 grand 790 per day, which is quite good. I need to put in probably some more cookers. Do I need to put in some more cookers? I think I should be okay. No, that guy's shouting about food. So I don't know whether he was just slow because he went through the workshop or whatever. I'm not too sure. Either way, I'm going to get probably some more cookers and maybe some more fridges. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I also need to tile the entire place. As you can see, it's not tiled at all. Right, let me go over here and go to these boxes and dump all of the lights that are here because we're just not going to use them. I also may, and I stress may, think about, start to think about putting the perimeter wall all around this thing, but that's a lot of money, and to be honest with you, it's sort of working alright as it is. So, as in, you know, it is, the whole thing, as you can see, is in one huge concrete block. So, it's not really a problem, because obviously, what the hell is up with that? What's happening here? That guy's shouting for environment, so is that guy. This might be a bit of a problem. But yes, as you can see, it's all in one big block. We've got this fence around. I could just put another wall around there, but we'll see. I'm going to do a shakedown here and see how far people have dug. Oh, look at that. That's problematic. Let me just go to my utilities and capacitor. Put a capacitor in. I don't need to, I know, because I'm not going to put anything else, but just in case I do some unstructured rebuilding, or unplanned rebuilding, rather, I want to be able to, I want to know that I'm safe on the old electricity front. These things. I wish there was a button that just said dump, and you could click on stuff to dump it, because one of the problems is that you get a lot of these lights here, and they just pile up. They just pile up constantly. Because you get them placed automatically when you build things like these foundations. And then it gets, shall we say, well, you put the lights in, and then you put all the walls in, and then it gets rid of the lights. So it's a little bit annoying. Anyway, deployment, jobs. Is everyone assigned there? There were. Yes, I did all that last episode. I was just checking. To be fair, I should have checked before we started working, but hey ho. Right, looks like things are a little bit cleaner, although here, as you can see, is not great. We do have 14 guards, but I'm going to hire some more here. I'm going to go to staff guards and hire up to 20 guards, I think, because I feel that that might be just a good idea. We're going to hire another chef. We have 4 janitors and 1 gardener, so I don't think we need any more than that. We've got 14,000 generic credits here. Let me just go to my materials and we'll start doing some tiling. So, I'm going to do the standard white tiles in most of the shower area, or all of the shower area rather, but most of the the areas are supposed to be quite, like, sort of cleanly. So I think the laundry will do ceramic floor. Oh no, ceramic floor is far too expensive to be worth it. We'll put ceramic floor in most of these places here. We'll do ceramic floor in the kitchen, and we're going to put it in pretty much that sort of place, the kitchen, the canteen, etc. We'll put it to there. In this area, we're going to do something just a little bit different, I think, and we'll mess around with it. I'm going to put the, where do I put ceramic floor? Anywhere else I need to put ceramic floor? I don't think so. Let me just go to objects as well, medical bed, and we're going to put some medical beds in here. We're going to put one there, one there, one there, one there. Spend a little bit of money on that, but it's okay. We can handle the loss. Let me just cancel any planning that we have. Actually, no, not all of the planning. We need to cancel that bit and that bit and that bit. But I need to. Have I not finished that? Apparently, I haven't finished that. That's interesting. I should have really finished that. Right then, I guess I will put some more televisions in like so, and I think that will be that finished. Although Yeah, that should be okay. I don't know if they can get to them phone booths, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if they can get there. I was going to do a shakedown, but it's too late now. That's one of the things. That's a problem when you're running it at full speed. You do tend to run out of time. Let me just go to the cooker, and we'll put in some cookers. Now, I could put them there. Do I need more cookers here? I don't know. I cannot decide. White tiles there. For some reason, we haven't got any white tiles there. I think we could do with some more cookers, maybe. Yeah, let's overdo it, why not? Cookers, we'll put in, I might stagger it. I have cooker, and then sink. Do I have that? In fact, let's see what happens with this now. So this is everybody coming in for food. They're wanting food. So everybody should be able to get food. It is still eat time, and it should be eat time for another hour. So it looks like everybody's here, apart from these prisoners that are going to visit their family and such. Is anyone shouting for food? They're not shouting for food. We've got enough food. Looks like we have enough food. Although that guy's going to get a second portions, but he does look like a second portions type guy. But I think, yes, we'll be okay there. Right, so let me get some cookers put in. We'll put some cookers in there and there. And I think we'll put in... Actually, you know what? We'll just put cookers in. I don't think I need any more sinks. Sorry, I don't think we need any more fridges in, so I am gonna put some more sinks in, like so. There you go. And we'll also go to our utilities, small pipe. We're running a small pipe across and then up like so, as you can see. So that's all fine. And then we need to start tiling areas as well. So I'm going to use the standard tiles that I pretty much use on every prison, the concrete tiles, because they look fine. They look great. They look better than fine, in fact. We'll put them all in here, in this cell block. As you can see, we're doing this quite quick, actually, but that's because I know that the alpha is looming over us. Actually, I say looming over me. I'm doing this a couple of days before it's probably going to be released. You're probably watching this after Alpha's 18's be released. After 18's been released, so we'll see. Who knows? And you know, you might be watching this, 3 years down the line after I've expired. Who knows? That's the good thing about this. It's forever enshrined until YouTube go out of business, which you never know. Could happen, I guess. Or a third world war could start and we could nuke everything and everything's all terrible. But that's probably a fairly heavy subject for what is essentially a video about just making some cells. So I don't think I'll bother speaking about that anymore. Right, let me go over here. We're going to put in the I think we're going to do straight tiles in there, straight tiles in all of these. Well, straight tiles there, straight tiles up there. Then we're going to put metal flooring, I think, around there. We'll do the same over here, and we'll do the same down there, up to there. Connect these up, and there we go. And that's a lot of work for the workmen to do. In here, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'll put sort of mosaic floor, maybe. Mosaic floor, keep it quite dark. That might work. Do that. Mosaic floor, mosaic floor. There we go. Common room, and that is mosaic floor. I think we'll use the mosaic in the visitation as well, just because I think it'll look a bit different. Then we're going to concrete floor, this area here. To be honest with you, I haven't even looked up to see how much money I've got left, so I'm probably going to run out at any moment. And we need to go along here as well, along there, and then do that big line across there. And I'm surprised I haven't run out of money yet. Haha, there we go. Right, finally. Okay, so we'll just leave that on max speed. And as you can see, prisoners are getting fed. Looks like we have enough to pretty much work the entire thing. I know that some people said you want 1 chef per 2 cookers, or sometimes you want 1 chef per 4 cookers, or 1 chef per 1 cooker. The ratio seems to be whatever you want it to be honest with you. The more cookers, the better. If you've got less cookers, it's bad. Because as far as I'm aware, you can't overcook things. Although I might be wrong about that, but I don't think you can overcook things, so they'll just put it on the hob until it's needed. And there's some more money, and we've got 17,777 generic credits. What are the chances of that? Right, let's do a full shakedown. There we go. I've not got prisoner intake open. I now have 124 prisoners of 126. And as you can see, we're starting to find stuff already. Let me just go to reports. Valuation, no escapes, no violence, no unsolved murders. 600,000 generic credits this thing's worth. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. As you can see, there's a lot of bricks and such on the edge here. And yeah, bricks and food and such. And obviously the workers are trying to get there, but they won't be able to get there because they're trying to jostle to get in. And there's more lights that need to be removed. Yeah, I need to get rid of these lights and such. I need to get rid of all these lights in there. I'll sort that out in a bit. As you can see, they're picking up all this stuff. All this stuff that they're picking up is for the ceramic floor and things like that. And I'm going to have to manually open these doors. Prisoners are not really happy about this search, but balls to them. Anyway, I'm going to take a breath while I actually wait for this to finish. I think that's enough. Do I think that's enough silence? Bit of a contrast, really, isn't it, to me normally talking a lot. Right, let me dump all these boxes here. We'll force that open there. And we're almost finished searching here. We've got, and I'll just quickly run down it here, 1 baton, 19 units of spoon, 2 units of booze, 1 unit of cigs, 3 units of saw, 2 units of cell phone, 1 unit of lighter, 3 units of screwdrivers, 2 units of drugs, 2 hammers, and 3 units of electric drill, which is a bit silly since you can't really use the electric drill in your escape attempt for a couple of reasons. Primarily, you don't have an electrical socket in your cell, but assuming you have a light, maybe you can hook it up to the light. But also, although the guards in this game are sometimes a little bit, what is the term? Adolescent? Dopey sometimes? Nonchalant? Basically, they can be complete morons at times and will just, you know, their AI is challenged, shall we say. The thing is, even they would probably hear a drill going. Someone trying to drill through a wall with an electric drill. That would probably arouse some sort of suspicion. But you know, I'm not a guard, so I don't know that for sure. Right, as you can see, the prisoners are getting, or the workers are jostling here, trying to get in and out. We've finished the search. We have 19 in solitary and 6 awaiting. We don't even have 19 in solitary. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 20 solitary cells, so we're actually run out of solitary cells. I thought that might be a problem, but whatever. I'm going to hire a doctor, because I think it is just for sake of completeness. It seems to work, you know, it seems to make sense. I'm going to go to ceramic floor. Actually, no, I'm not going to put ceramic floor. I'm going to leave them because I want them to finish what they're doing and then haul the remainder of this, of the stacks there for the sheet metal, because as you can see, most of these guys are sitting around doing nothing. However, the laundry's working fine. That's good. Right, here's the sheet metal, and this should all be working. We have 6 visitors on site, 1 staff's exhausted, 1 prisoner is due for release, which means that'll take us to 23 prisoners, so we're 2 prisoners, no, we're 3 prisoners short of our maximum. If I get some more, it's probably going to give us about 13, 14, 8 prisoners. Okay, I'll do that. I'll keep it open then, and then we'll put these prisoners into the holding cell there. In fact, they are still in the holding cell, they should not be there. So I'm just going to go holding cell, get rid of the holding cell, redesignate, there we go. Go down the bottom here, do the exact same thing, cancel that, redes, there we go, job done. And that will hopefully get them into cells. And like I said, there's still that little bug about them not going to cells. And you can see the guards are coming along, the workmen rather, shoving the metal right on the edge. You know when you put like beer mats and stuff on the edge or cards and you try to flip the cards and catch them when you start stacking them up? I don't know if you've actually done that, but I used to do that a lot. Yeah, very, very, very repressed childhood. But yeah, you know, just flipping the cards and stuff. That's what they're doing there. Although, to be fair, they're trying to do it with 1 meter cubed of steel. So maybe that'll not really work when it falls on the foot and chops it off. But you know, actually, I was actually talking about this with someone else, someone before, and we were actually discussing the prospect of accidents in the prison. Now, obviously, the whole there is violence in Prison Architect, as you are probably well aware here. But why is that? Why are the cameras doing that? Not too sure why they're doing that. Anyway, the whole there are you know, there are problems in the prison where prisoners will be injured. It's primarily due to fighting and guards beating their head in when they're trying to escape and things like that. But that's pretty much the only way they can get hurt. So it's fighting, rioting, which is sort of the same as fighting, really. Is that sick? I think someone's doing sick in there. Not very nice. And I think I'm going to use metal in the cells. Metal in the cells. Because this is high risk. And balls to him. Anyway, yeah. I know I've missed that bit off. Don't worry. I saw it. I saw it. Yes, I was talking about this with someone earlier, and, you know, the whole concept of... the whole thing of accidents isn't in the game. So I would like to see... sorry, I wouldn't like to see accidents, but as a gameplay, from a gameplay standpoint, it would be quite good, because at the moment the infirmary is only really there for when guards and such and prisoners get, you know, hurt from fighting. That's pretty much the only time it happens, which is understandable. You know, that is how it works. However, I would like to see things like accidents in the workshop or accidents in the laundry, where prisoners might get, you know, knocked out from, you know, a laundry machine getting hit on the head, or maybe you know, an iron getting hit on their head, or, you know, maybe they chop the finger off in the workshop saw. You know, quite gruesome stuff. Or maybe putting their you know, wedding vegetables in the workshop press. Maybe that would be a bit too harsh, but you get the idea. Maybe spilling some, you know, some of this fluid onto your feet and it melting your shoes to the floor, and then the burny and such. But you know what I mean? Just accidents in the prison. Now, slipping in the shower, prime example, that sort of thing. Because then that would give the infirmary more to do. And it would be quite interesting to see how it worked. And maybe you could actually, you know, you would have to say, you know, well, actually, yeah, we haven't got enough drains. The shower's always slippy, or it's always dirty. Look, it's full of mould. You have to think that sort of mouldy, green, whatever. You know, I think we've got mollusks in this place, haven't we? This horrible stuff here, this grime and filth, you think that'd be slippery. You know, you'd have to take care of that. Also, you get another element brought in, that if there's an accident in a place where you didn't really think there would be an accident, is that an accident, or is it being caused by two prisoners? For example, if there's only two prisoners in the laundry and one of them ends up having an accident with, say, an iron to his head, then you probably can guess that that prisoner hasn't had an accident, rather he's had a, well, a bit of a confrontation with his cellmate, if you know what I mean. I think something like that would be quite good. I think it just would bring a new aspect to it. And then you've got the psychological thing to deal with that as well. Like, you know, does that prisoner go and grass up another prisoner, and then do you actually get, you know, more violence because of that? You know, I think there's a lot to, there's a lot you can sort of go for with that. But yeah, accidents. I think that will be quite an interesting mechanic. Anyway, we have 21,957 generic credits, receiving a fair amount per day. Just going to close the intake on this one. We have only 12 normal risk prisoners out. I would like to see all of the normal risk prisoners be filtered out, but we'll see. Are they still... Yeah, they're still carrying metal, so I'm just going to let them carry metal until the day's ended, and then we're going to leave it. Let me just look at contraband and all time. Look at that. You'd think they'd give up, right? I mean, the spoons, they're not going to get the spoons. Anyway, one thing I need to do. Objects. And metal detectors. Metal detectors like that. Like that, I think. Yeah, like that. And like that. And like that. Hang on. Like that. There we go. Metal detectors there. That's so that they can't go around that way. In fact, speaking of going around that way, they can go around that way because I haven't got any metal detectors there. That's a problem, because that's running hot. So I'm going to have to wait until they've placed these other metal detectors to see what happens with that. And then I might have to start rerouting power and such, because at the moment metal detectors are down the bottom, they're not at the top, which is something that I just totally forgot about. Oh well. Anyway, hopefully, why are all them stuff on the floor? Just don't put the stuff on the floor. Looks like we haven't got enough chefs, because these ones aren't getting used. They're using the ones in the middle. That's okay. Yeah, looks like we don't have enough chefs. In fact, we've got 8 chefs. We've got 4, 8, 12. Right. Looks like I need 2 more chefs. It's 1 chef per 2 cook. It's 1 chef per 2 cookers by the look of it. I think that's the ratio. That seems to be the right ratio. Because otherwise these would be used, wouldn't they? That makes sense to me anyway. Whatever. It's eat time. As you can see, they're all putting that in. In fact, that's probably causing a problem. That's probably causing a problem because not all of the... they're taking too long to prepare all the food because they're trying to use all of the cookers, which is a bit strange. I'm going to actually just hire some more cooks. Hire 10 cooks. There we go. And we'll leave it there. We're going to hire 2 janitors as well. There we go. And we've only got 1 armed guard, which currently wanders around... where is it? Oh, it's in here. It's in here, yes. I wanted to do more armed guards. It's just not possible. You just can't do it. Just just with the way the whole... There's money. Yeah, just with the way the whole... Are they putting these metal detectors in? Yes, they are. I just hope I don't blow the grid on this one. Looks like we're running okay. That looks okay. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to have more armed guards, but it just doesn't seem to work with the slowdown effect that they have with the suppression. It just breaks it really. I mean, prisoners move too slow and such, and they won't get to where they're going, and it's a big pain. Big pain. We'll force that open there. Right. Come on, force it up. Force it open. There we go. Get your building done. Get your building done. Looks like all the visitation's done, which is quite nice. Which is what we wanted. Wait until they've all put the stuff in here. Let me just go to deployment for a moment and make sure that... Oh, that definitely is. I was going to say, is that not staff only? It is staff only. We're okay. I could, if I wanted to, change this to max sec, both of them, but actually no, I couldn't. Change... Oh, I could change both of them to max sec. Like that, right? And now the prisoners that aren't max sec should be put in here. No, let's change that. Let me just share it. There we go. There's no point in doing that. Right, they put all of the, or they put most of that in. Looks like we are running quite hot on the old electricity front there, so I'm going to put just a couple more of the metal detectors in, although I can't find the thing. There they are, metal detectors, and I believe we put them. Let's have a quick look. Put them there and there. There we go. Right, so let's have a quick look. What can we do? Get rid of that turf for a start, because I'm never going to use it. Although I could turf around the prison. No, I'm not going to turf around the prison. I'm going to put just like concrete around the prison. Get rid of the turf. There we go. So we have 24,000 generic credits remaining. All of this is done. This isn't tiled over here, so I think we'll go to materials. We'll use probably... I like that mosaic floor, but I think we will go with concrete tiles in here. I think concrete tiles will work. Put the concrete tiles in like that. And then this one can be metal floor. I really like the metal floor in things like the armory. I think that makes sense in like the power area and such like that. This area can have nice fancy tiles. Obviously we're going to have fancy tiles in the offices and such. And then we're going to just use the concrete tiles to finish off there. We'll put that in the storage as well. There we go. That looks about right to me. We'll just drive these up here. The infirmary can have white tiles, which sort of makes sense as well. Concrete tile, that area, that area, that area, that area, and we'll put our fancy tiles in the warden's office, which is apparently filthy, and so is this as well. Oh, there we go. As I said that, the janitor comes in, as if they could hear me going, yeah, I know, I'm getting to it, I've just got loads of stuff to do. Right. Are we about there? I think we're about there. 2 prisoners are due for release, which will take this down to 26, which is our capacity anyway, which is fantastic. Looks like all these are getting placed in there. Just need a quick scoot around the map now, see if everything's okay. So the shower's done. These are all done. I really like the metal floor on that, and that just looks good. Metal floor on cells, because it makes this sort of purpley grey colour like that. I think that looks quite good. And then we go over here. We've got that tiled. This is all tiled with metal floor. That's all fine. Although that, technically, we should probably do a different colour, but it's okay. Visitation's fine. Storage is okay. And we're pretty much done there. There. All the way up here, that's done. Scooting along, that's done down there. And just, yeah, a couple of things like that is what I'm looking out for. I mean, I'll still miss bits off. I know I will. So, you know, I won't get this 100% perfect. I never do, but I'll do my best. Anywhere else? I can't really see anywhere else. And now we have our metal detectors up there as well. One thing I don't have is metal detectors up here, so I can't detect anything that they're bringing out of there. And the problem is that I can't afford to. Look at that. That is one light bulb being switched on away from exploding. That's crazy. So if I put one more light in or anything, it's just, that's going to blow the whole thing to heaven, so to high heaven. So I'm going to leave it. I would like to put metal detectors there and there, but that's another 8 metal detectors I'm going to have to put in. So that's just infeasible. I can't do that. There's no way I can really go about doing that. It's a bit silly. Oh, there we go. Look. Looks like these guys are all working now. Although they're just putting bacon on the floor. They just love doing that. I hope that gets fixed at some point. Right, is that about it? I think that's about it. How much money do I have left? I have a fair amount of money left. What I'm going to do, actually, this is going to sound a little bit dodgy, but I'm going to go to staff. I'm going to fire 2 of the workers, and I'm going to fire 2 of the chefs because I just don't need them. I'm going to fire the doctor. I'm going to fire probably 2 of the cleaners for now. And the reason for that is because I want to hopefully get enough to try and build a perimeter wall in this thing. I'm just going to go to objects and then probably concrete tiles. And then I'm going to put concrete tiles all out the front here. Oh, all out the front like that. And along there. And then all the way along like that. Actually, there's no point. There's no point. Cancel that. Because all they're going to do that, in that case, they're just going to, it'll get replaced with the perimeter wall thing, won't it? So let me try this. Let me put a perimeter wall. I've got 32 grand. How much is it going to cost? That costs 5 grand. And this is going to cost 5 grand. I should be able to get the perimeter wall done. I think I'll get the perimeter wall done. I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. He's going for it. Right, I think I'll be able to do that. I think we'll be able to get the perimeter wall done. Yeah, I'll be able to get the perimeter wall done. It'll probably only take another couple of in-game days, maybe 5-10 minutes of more footage, and then you can actually see it. Yeah, and I might as well, because I'll probably end up selling this prison to move on to the next one. But yes, and obviously I'm not just going to sit here going, waiting for the perimeter wall. Today's beverage is lemon tea. You know, I'm not going to be doing that. That'd be silly. That'd be just silly. But yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the prison in general. I am very happy with it, actually. I'm a lot happier than I was a couple of episodes ago when I didn't think I'd be getting any money and it's going to be really slow, etc. I genuinely think this is one of the better prisons that I've made, although it is fundamentally flawed in a couple of areas, and I'll go through that just after I actually place some more perimeter walls. Like so, how much is that? That's 10 grand. That's 15 grand. You know what? That's 17 grand. Now let's make it there, because you do actually spend a little bit more than what it says for things that go around it, and I want enough to buy metal plates and such, although to be fair we're probably going to be working through the metal plate carrying time anyway, but whatever. These guys are shouting for clothing and recreation, but they're not shouting for food, which is the main thing. Yeah, that guy's suppressed. You can see they're all moving all slow. That guy's shouting for food. He didn't get there in time. Incidentally, the people that I fired, I will be hiring back. The only reason I fired them is because I wanted an extra like 600 or whatever daily cash for. Yeah, that's why. But yes, anyway, I'm very happy with the prison overall, but it is fundamentally flawed in a couple of ways. Firstly, the workshop. Now, workshops, I don't know what's happening with workshops. They seem to be all over the place. They seem to be changed in pretty much every alpha, but in basically in the previous alpha with forestry and such, and you can make logs and that was good. I really liked that. However, license plates were made not redundant, but instead of being able to fund a small nation's war effort, you now can only really sort of make a couple of bucks on the side, a couple of generic credits on the side there, because you may, I mean, with 20 people working on it, I'd say about 7 or 8 hours, you'll get about 3 to 4 grand. It's not a lot of money, but it's something for the prisoners to do instead of just wandering around defecating, so you might as well do something. But the thing is that this layout here, we don't have any room for forestry. I mean, I could put, if I wanted to, some logs at the opposite side of the prison, but I decided to go against it because I wanted to go for like a hard metal like type sort of aesthetic. As you can see, everything's sort of dark and dingy. The only really couple of light things in here, the things that stand out, coincidentally, are the pool tables. You look, they seem to stand out because they're green. There's not much other, apart from the beds, I guess. They're a bit green and such, but other than that, it doesn't really stand out. Now, that was sort of a conscious choice, but I can't make much money with the workshop. And furthermore, it's at the opposite side of the prison. As in, if I want to carry metal from there, get metal to it, I have to carry it through the prison, which ends up going through the kitchen, through the canteen, all the way down here, and it's a massive pain. But it does work. It sort of works, but it is flawed in that sense. Other flaws, This design, I think, is fantastic. I love the way, you know, this stepping idea like that. I really, really love that. I think it's great. However, it's not the most efficient. It looks good, not the most efficient. It seems alright, but it's not the most efficient. But saying that, I do have 126 prisoners maximum fit in this thing on a small map, which is no mean feat, I'll tell you that much. But not the best, I'm sure, but still, I think I'm proud of it. The kitchen is flawed. This area is the worst part of it, all of it. I mean, as you know, if you've watched the first couple of episodes, then you know that I had so many problems trying to design this thing, trying to design the infirmary and the kitchen and moving the offices around and the staff room, and it was a nightmare. But I think we got there in the end, but it was just a little bit too much. It was a case of it's the straw that broke the camel's back, that I just did try to do too much in one go on this area here. It should have been, we should have had at least another 3 or 4 blocks, meters either side of this, basically all the way around squared, to get something that was decent. But you know, I mean, you know, you live and learn, and I tried to fit it in. I managed to get it done. I really like the yard, actually, with it being this small yard. It just emphasises the harshness and cramp, the way this prison is really cramped. Let me just go up perimeter wall again. We're going to go down here. Probably spend about 10 grand on it, but sadly, the numbers are coming over, so I can't see it. So we'll go to about 10 grand. There we go, and that should be done for this night. Actually, we might get a little bit more done. But yeah, the infirmary probably don't need to be that big, but because the infirmary doesn't really play a massive part. Canteen is cramped. I would want to expand it a little bit just to add some more phone booths. I think phone booths in the canteen are the best things since sliced bread. So I think maybe even expanding it a couple of squares that way. Could have put phone booths right at the back, and I could have done that because as you can see, the workshop's too big anyway. It's at least 2 squares too big. I mean, I could probably shrink it down even further, but it is too big. I could probably shrink that down. Same as the laundry. I could probably do, actually no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I couldn't make that any smaller, I don't think. But yeah, I reckon I could have, I should have increased the canteen size to put more phone booths. As it is where they are now, they're in a terrible position. They do work. They don't really interfere with movement and such, but they are in a terrible position. But I'd like to put them further back. Other than that, I think I'm happy with it, really. I mean, solitary. Yeah, solitary is, we don't have enough of it. Obviously, originally it was going to be there and there, but then we had to change that for a power station because we couldn't fit a power station anywhere else because of how cramped it was. And then this ended up being changed into a cleaning cupboard because I have massive problems with hygiene. I still have problems with that, as you can see. Look, there's always dirt around. I don't know how many janitors I would have to hire, probably about 1,000. But yeah, let me just go to actually regime a second, and we're going to put it on a bit more work time actually. See if we get a little bit more work out of them. In fact, I've probably got a shower, free time, and move all this stuff down, actually. I could probably do that. I'll wait until they finish the current sort of regime first, and then we'll move stuff down. Then we'll do free time there, and then we'll do work in a moment. As soon as they hit work, I'm going to change this. So basically, we're getting an extra hour's worth of work in. Are we getting extra hours worth of work in? Don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours worth of work in there. We're still preserving the free time and such that they have to mull around. But yeah, I could probably reduce that even further and have even more work time. But I don't want to stretch it too much. But obviously, the more people working in the cleaning cupboard, the better. Because yeah, obviously we have a problem with that. We have a problem with hygiene. But yeah, these two became these two changed to whatever they are now, and instead we basically don't have enough solitary. As you've seen, if I do a full search, I'll do a full shakedown just before we finish the episode. But when I do a full shakedown, we get maybe 20-30 prisoners or so just shoved in solitary, which is a problem because we can handle 20, we just can't handle 30. So they sit around in their cells waiting to be put into solitary, and then they get put into solitary. So I would like that. I think this is just a case, to summarise, a case of too many prisoners, not enough space. That's what this thing pretty much is. I've got too many prisoners, not enough space to actually sort them all out. If I didn't have the workshop, then I'd have more than enough space, but I thought I'd probably needed it to get a bit more money. As it turned out, probably didn't need to. In fact, actually, I've lost a lot of prisoners here, so let me open up prisoner intake. There we go, we'll save another 8 prisoners. But yeah, most of my money's coming from the prisoners. As you can see, I'm getting 11,370 generic credits, which equates to, well, if you look there, 18,350 credits per day, which is fantastic. And that's just off the prisoners. Obviously, the high-risk prisoners give more than the other risk prisoners, but yeah, actually there was a bit of a glitch that someone mentioned before, that if you click on a prisoner, you can actually change their security. And does it change their... Does it change... It does change. No, change it to normal security. Does it change? No, that was because someone was leaving, I think. You can change the category, and they were saying that if you change your category, you get more money. I'm not too sure if that is the case, but it is a bit risky if you could. You bring all low-risk prisoners in, and then you put their risk up to high. Now, that doesn't change. That only changes their uniform, but it also apparently changes their money as well. I don't know if that's the case, as I said, but yeah, if it is, shame. Shame on you. Shouldn't be allowed. Right, anyway, why is someone not there? Get back to your post. Thank you. But yeah, case of too many prisoners, not enough space. I thought I needed the workshop. I don't need the workshop. It doesn't give me that much money. I've made only £4 off license plates, which is nothing compared to what I make under what I'd call normal circumstances, I guess. Let me build this down to about there. There we go. You know, for example, I make this 11 grand here, obviously more when I get the remainder of the prisoners that I should have, but I get more than enough for them prisoners. And with the space I'd save off the workshop, I could have made the canteen bigger common room, you know, slightly bigger laundry, not that we need it, more cleaning cupboards, you know, bigger yard if I needed to, all that sort of thing. So yeah, probably if there's one thing on this map here, on this prison, that we don't need, it's that. It's the workshop. Saying that, it fits the theme of, you know, hard prison, whatnot, hard time, you know, hard graft and stuff, making things that really don't sell for a lot. But, you know, it sort of fits the theme, I guess. Why is that? Apparently that guard, Eric, does not like sitting at his post. Because he keeps on messing around. Are these prisoners... Oh yeah, they're in there actually now. Because I changed their association. Although they shouldn't. Is that right? Did they go in there? Hang on, let me just check the deployment. They're all on shared, but they didn't go to the cells. They went to there. They were sleeping in there. Yes, they are. They're now staying in there. Oh, that's what I wanted to do in the first place. I wanted to change this to high risk, so they all go. All of the normal risk prisoners, the remaining normal risk sits in there. But looks like it worked, and then the glitches stopped them from actually going back to cells, even though we've got empties. Weird. Anyway, we're going to receive prisoners now. So there you go. There's some more prisoners. We're receiving, yeah, 12,198 prisoners. Money even. 12,198 prisoners. Yeah, that'd be quite bad. I actually got a story to tell about that. About, I don't know how long, however long it was, I was approaching 10,000 subscribers as a generic milestone, not that it means pretty much anything, but I thought I'd do a special prison actic video, and I thought, as that special video, I would do a prison with 10,000 prisoners, so you'd see what 10,000 actually looks like, instead of just a number, what it actually looks like in a visual form. And yeah, I got to 2,000 and the game pretty much just went, nah, not happening, not happening. And my computer's not exactly a slouch, but it's getting on a little bit now. And yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I think my computer nearly exploded and rocketed into the atmosphere to have a chat with the Hubble Space Telescope at that point, and the game just died. So I got nearly 2,000, which is, you know, interesting. And the way I did that, I just went into the save file, and when it says next prisoner intake, I changed that to 10,000. So they just kept turning up on trucks, and I had one massive holding cell and brought them all in. But then by the time I was bringing people in, they were rioting, and it was actually a very very good analog for what YouTube is. You know, basically more people come in, and then you know, they'll say hi, and then they'll just fight. They'll just fight in the comments section about dross and rubbish and stuff that really doesn't matter, and just, you know, request something that isn't the video that they're watching. And then you can see the same people on a different video watching the thing that they requested in a previous video, requesting the thing that they came from, which is a bit of a paradox. But yeah, YouTube's fun that way, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I have 5,387 generic credits. I'm going to receive 11 grand, which should be, well, 11 grand plus the 3,700-ish that I'll receive from the workshop at the end of the day, which should be enough to do this, and then that'll be pretty much done. I really like the fact that it's used this normal tiles all the way around. In fact, what I might do, I might actually change, I'm going to change that bit back to the is it paving stone? I think it's paving stone, yeah, I'm going to change that to paving stone up to there, because it seems to look better. There we go. They're going to do it, yeah, there we go, paving stone. Looks much better. Right. And there's only that bit there that isn't actually tiled. I can't not tile that area, right? I mean, I can't leave that bit of shrubbery, that bit of grass there. We can't do that, surely. No, I'm not. I'm gonna tile it. I'm gonna tile the entire thing. Right. Wait until it's 12 o'clock, midnight. What the hell is that guy there? Dick? What? Shmemmy mac cheese. What? Smeggy. Right. Okay. One of the best horse races around. He ran for president of the United States, but unfortunately was denied position because his senility. Then he proceeded to kill a duck. Gerald and okay, this is really strange. If you go around the different prisoners, you will just get confused in reading all of the stuff. There we go. There's that put in, and then finally we're gonna go over here. Paving stone. We're gonna pave this entire area, like so. And that is pretty much all the money I need to spend. Are they actually working on that? They are working on that. In their weird step type way, look, they go like that and then that and then that and then that. They don't just like go, they don't dot matrix it, basically. They don't do a bit of a dot matrix. Right, they're getting put in. Let me just go to staff. We're going to go to cooks. We're going to hire one more cook. We're going to hire 2 more janitors. We're going to hire a doctor. And that is pretty much this thing completed. That makes this thing look a lot better now. It's starting to look dystopian, even with no grass on there. I should really change this yard to concrete tile, but I like the gravel, because gravel's the in between, isn't it? You know, if you've got, you know where you stand with grass, because it's nice, soft, it looks good, smells nice when it's being cut, yeah? You know where you stand with concrete, because it's hard, it's rough, it's solid, you know, it's just, you know, an unforgiving material. But gravel's deceptive, because gravel, it looks, you know, you look at it and go, well, that's a bit sort of, it can move around, you can kick it, and, you know, it makes noise when you walk over it, like grass, but it's made of sort of stone and chippings and such. Yeah, gravel is deceptive. So, yeah, maybe that's a bit of a finger towards them. Cool. There we go. I've received more prisoners. 120 high-risk prisoners. 7 normal risk prisoners. That bit, for whatever reason, has not been changed to paving stone. Why is that not bit one? That bit is annoying me. And that little bit there, look. I can't change them bits. No, I can't change them bits. They're going to have to stay like that. Right, there we go. This is the prison all done. That is the Alpha 17 prison. Links are in the description to download it. As always, please feel free to download it, mess around with it, blow it up, make it bigger, extend it, share it with other people, upload it to Steam Workshop, and pretty much do what you want. The only thing that I require or request that you do is, if you do share it or put it on Steam Workshop, etc., then please credit me as the original designer and have a link to my YouTube channel on there as well. But apart from that, feel free to blow it up. Right! That is pretty much it. On to the next alpha. I don't know whether we'll be doing a fight club of this one, but we'll see. I'm sure either way, people will probably request me to play something else. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.